My Daily Choice. We're super excited to share some information with you, and we know we have the deal, and we're super excited for you guys to see that information. So quickly send a quick message out to the person who invited you to be on this call and tell them thanks. Tell them thanks in advance, because I can promise you what you're about to learn, what you're about to see. If your mind is open, you're going to see what most people see, which is a real game changer in a lot of people's lives. So before we get started, though, quick Dun & Bradstreet on me. My name's Chris Robinson. I live in the thriving metropolis in Southeast Idaho, a little town of 224 people, literally just us. There's not many people. I'm a farmer, rancher. I own a horse breeding business, run a few cows, husband for 22 years, 4 beautiful daughters, awesome granddaughter, and really out here just loving life. And the only reason I have all the things I was just talking about is because at one point I was just like you, if you're a guest on this call, and I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I want to do something different. And I seen the exact same information you're about to see. So again, please make sure you have an open mind. You know, mind is like a parachute. It works best when it's open. So you're here, you got the next half hour with us, open your mind, sit back, relax. This is an extreme family atmosphere, but what we're going to show you, I believe, can literally change the direction for the better of where your life is currently headed. And not just you, people around you. The information you're about to learn change lives of thousands and thousands, tens and hundreds of thousands of people all around me. And it's just been an incredible journey for me. I've been a serial entrepreneur since I was 18 years old. You know, I dropped out of high school at 15. I had to do something. And so I went on the entrepreneurship journey. And I can tell you from owning, you know, construction companies and transportation companies and ranches and farms and all these things, this is it. And I'm just super excited, and I'm super happy that you guys decided to be here, because you're here for a reason, right? Someone said something to you that made you think, oh, I'll spend the next half hour learning about this deal. So here's what I'll promise you. If you'll just sit back, take the gloves off, we're going to have fun. We're going to do an amazing presentation. I have some of the best people in the world when it comes to this industry on this call with me tonight for you guys to really learn from the best of the best, not just in our company, but in the world. And so let's get this show kicked off. The first speaker I'm actually going to bring up, I'm going to get myself out of the way. I'm going to bring up a gentleman that's actually been an entrepreneur for 34 years in all different facets of life. He also, I really love this guy, and I can connect with him a lot because he also comes from a small town. He was a welder by trade, and he's came up through the ranks, rose from the ashes. And I'm just going to throw a number out that some of you may go, whoa, how is that even possible? Let me tell you, it's documented, it's possible, and he's done it. This gentleman's actually earned over $29 million doing exactly what we're talking about tonight. So here's what I would advise you to do. Get out a pen, a piece of paper, and take some notes, and really just pay attention. You know, shut your phone off, kick the dogs out, you know, get out the distractions, because what this gentleman's going to share with you, I promise, if you see what we've seen and you take action like we have, you're going to see the same results. So the first guy I get to bring up is a gentleman that I have the utmost respect for. I've seen him on all the big magazines and all the big, you know, podcasts and YouTube channels and all the different things. And that's none other than Mr. John Haremza. So John, thanks so much, man. It's such an honor for me to be able to lock arms with you and work with you and have you be a part of our community here at My Daily Choice with our House of Brands. So I'm going to kick it over to you and get out of the way. Appreciate you, man.
Okay, fantastic. Chris, can you hear me okay?
Absolutely. You sound great. Look even better.
Fantastic. Okay, great. Well, hey, good evening, everybody. Chris, thank you so much for that kind introduction. Super excited to be, here with MDC, to be, with you here tonight, and just honored to be able to share what I am so excited about, what we are all so excited about. And so, I'll just kind of add a little bit, as, Chris mentioned, I've been 34 years in this industry. I came to the industry, with a background. I was a welder, worked in a factory, but one of the things, guys, I believe is that absolutely everyone can do this, right? And what's so exciting about what we have is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your age, what your education, what your finances, what you do, where you live. None of it matters. I mean, the only thing that really matters is number one, you're going to recognize it. And number two, you're going to take action. When I entered and first saw the industry, my goal was, gosh, if I could make just an extra few $100s a month, I'd be pretty excited about it. See, I was making $9 an hour, living in a trailer house. Okay. And I was able to do that, pretty quickly. And then I started thinking, gosh, what if I could make $1,000? And for me, 3,000 was that magic number. That was I can do this on a full-time basis. Now I've been full-time, for 34 years. And one of the other reasons I believe anyone can do this, because guys, I've got a learning disability. I got dyslexia, still struggle with it today, but back then, I had no self-esteem, no self-confidence. I was so shy and introverted. I literally wouldn't even say hi to someone unless they said hi to me first. And I'm just kind of mumbling it under my breath. And so if you can get excited about what we're going to share with you tonight, absolutely, you can do this. And it can change your life as it has mine in ways that are completely beyond your imagination. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen here. And then we're just going to go into a little bit of a presentation. Hold on here for a second. Okay, so the first thing I think we need to ask ourselves is, do we have what people are looking for? And so what do most people want more of? And I think if you were to ask people, I think everyone would say, sure, a little more money would be great. Now, Zig Ziglar, if you know who he is, he kind of jokes about it. He says, if somebody tells you they don't need more money, he says they'll lie about other things too. I mean, let's face it, everybody would like a little bit more money. I think today, everybody would like better health. I mean, without health, what do you really have? I mean, I see so many people as I travel around that are, retired and traveling, just doing anything becomes very difficult, kind of a chore. And so if you can have really good health, and we believe we can help you with that. And of course, time freedom. That is one of the things that most people don't think that they can accomplish, and you can here. I'm going to go through and help you understand how that is possible here with My Daily Choice. As you look at what's going on in the world right now, 96% of people, they lay awake at night. They're worrying about their health. They're worrying about their finance. They don't know what to do or where to turn. 65% of people, they say, are living paycheck to paycheck. And now with inflation, I was watching Yahoo News this week, and they were talking about inflation was around 7%. I'm like, what are you looking at? I mean, everything I'm buying, it's 20+%. And so what that means is people are not living paycheck to paycheck. They're actually falling behind. And so what are people's options? What are they going to do? And unfortunately, what most people are doing is, they're just cutting back. Listen, we can't go out to dinner like we used to. We can't maybe buy the clothes that we once did. We need to, cut back, to try to make ends meet. So, that's an option, not a really exciting option, but it's what many people are faced with. Another option, maybe a second, maybe a third job. Of course, now you don't have any time to enjoy, life and your family. And typically that second or third job isn't even going to pay as much as the first job. Starting small business, it's an option, but the barriers of entry for most people, it's just not possible. $75,000 minimum. And according to the Small Business Administration, the risk is incredibly high. 50% of them fail. You can maybe minimize that risk with a franchise. Of course, who has $500,000 sitting around, maybe and upwards of that. So that literally is off the table. Most people are either cutting back or they're looking for a second or a third job. And I think the other thing that's important is really understanding how money is really earned. Most people don't think about this, but 95% of people, they spend their life, in linear income. They're exchanging their time for a paycheck. The problem is they don't get paid what they're worth. They get paid what the job is worth. And if they stop working, they stop getting paid. About 2% of the population experience something called residual income. Now, this is very exciting. That idea of doing something once and getting paid again and again and again. Maybe you've written a book, maybe you cut a record, maybe you're Jerry Seinfeld, you get paid every time an episode plays. Again, exciting, but difficult to access. 3% of the population, they experience leveraged income. These are the business owners, right? These are the people employing, right, all of the linear people. Now, what's interesting, when I first entered this industry, and doing it part-time, and a coworker says, John, the problem I have with this type of a business is the fact somebody's going to make money off me. And I kind of paused for a moment and I looked around and I thought, you know what? I don't think they're losing money on us here at the factory. I mean, if they're paying us $9 an hour, they're probably making $20 an hour. But think about this, right? Every time someone spends money, someone else is making money. Right? I mean, every time you pay a bill, right? Go out for dinner, whatever it is you're doing, you see 95% of people give their money on a daily basis to 3%. Those are the 3% that own the businesses that we spend our money with. You see, you're saying, why is this important? Because what we have is we have an opportunity for you to experience residual income, to experience leverage income, but without all of the overhead and risk. And that is through the industry of the home-based business industry, the network marketing industry. Guys, this has been around for 70 plus years. It does over $200 billion a year in sales. And you can just, share our products with people and you can make linear income, right? You're using your time to share that with someone else. But you know what? When people start using our products on a daily, on a monthly basis, you're now experiencing residual income off the monthly consumption of all of the members and all of the customers. But you can also have leveraged income by involving other people that want a side hustle, that want a side business, and now you're leveraging their efforts to grow your business. Folks, once you begin to realize and understand what is possible here, you will, as I have, just absolutely fall in love with this industry and concept. Now, a lot of people, they don't really understand network marketing, right? Network marketing, guys, is nothing more than another form of distribution. I mean, to really understand it, I want to make a comparison to traditional methods of distribution. Think about, retail. Think about a store and all those products sitting on the shelves. Understand about 50% of the cost of those products sitting on those shelves is advertising. They're paying actors and athletes and high budget advertising campaigns, literally hundreds of millions of dollars to get you to pick those products off the shelf. And it's not just in the stores, even e-commerce online, they're paying influencers millions and millions of dollars. And you're asking, why am I sharing this? Because in network marketing here with MDC, we spend $0 on that. You see, all we do is we take that 50%, rather than giving it to the actors, the athletes, high budget advertising campaigns, we give it to you, right? Real people having real results, and really what makes more sense. So again, network marketing, because people say, where's all the money come from? That's where the money comes from. Now, what I've learned in my now 34 years in this industry is that all of these companies, right, and their opportunities are made up of 5 critical elements, right? The company, the product, the compensation, the timing, and the training and support. And if 2 or 3 of these critical elements are missing, it doesn't matter how good you are or how hard you work. I mean, despite your best efforts, you're going to struggle. Now, the reason I share that is because many of you may have been involved in something like this before, or know someone that's been involved, and maybe it didn't work out the way you thought it would or told it would. And yes, it could be greatly due to someone simply not applying themselves, but in more cases than not, it's because something was missing. I mean, you could take me with all the success that I've had, put me in a deal where 2 or 3 of these elements are missing, and I'm going to struggle. Guys, see, it's when all 5 of these elements come together where the magic happens and the fortunes are made. And that is exactly where we are here with MDC. And what I want to do is I want to turn this over to Jefferson Santos. Jefferson Santos has been involved in this industry as an entrepreneur now for 27 years. He has built teams in the millions, right? I mean, he's a sought after speaker, an author, an incredible leader. No one better to kind of go over what these 5 critical elements are here with MDC. So Jefferson, let me turn it over to you.
Awesome, John. Great job, by the way. I love hearing you speak. And, everybody, thanks for jumping out here tonight. And, we've got a lot of excited people. The chat's blowing up. There's a lot of people that want to change something. They've gotten out of this. Last 3 years have been a little crazy. And now people are getting the blood back in their cheeks. And they're just like, I want to go after my goals. I want to go after, what it is that I'm called to be. And we all know, how many of you right now, just real quick in the chat, put a 1 in the chat if you know you were made for more. Put a 1 in the chat real quick if you know you were made for more. All right, very cool. So real quick, guys, let me jump right in and talk real quick. So there's my beautiful wife, Megan, and our 2 little boys. And our quick background is this. I grew up in the Dallas, Texas area and went to the U.S. Naval Academy, played football there, also played football at Texas Christian University. So my background's always been around teamwork. And, when I was growing up, my mother had 3 jobs, raising my sister and I, and we just didn't have money. I mean, she just talked about how money was hard to make all the time. So when I had a chance old enough to get a job, and then, my mother told me about network marketing, I fell in love with it because it made sense to me. It was teamwork. Wealth building is a team sport, right? But how many of us are trying to get ahead in life by ourselves? Right? Most people are. But the question I always ask people is, where's your team? Well, guess what? This could be a team. I don't know how tonight's going to strike you. It may be for you, may not be for you. But I'll tell you what John was just talking about the 5 key elements is when you're measuring an opportunity. I'm going to go through these 5 elements real quickly here. All right. And then you're going to hear from some amazing people that this vehicle right here is impacting their life from a product perspective, but also from a lifestyle perspective. All right. So let's jump in and talk real quickly about the company. All right. So My Daily Choice is the company. It's been around for actually over 8 years, going on 9 years. Josh and Jenna Zweigel are the founders. They're young. They've got tons of energy. They're innovative. As a matter of fact, they also own a tech company. So when you think about Amazon, you think about Jeff Bezos and how much money he makes and all the money goes to him. Guess what? Josh and Jenna are sharing the wealth. And I'll kind of unpack that for you. But Josh is 32. He was the top 23rd chess player in the world when he was 14. Jenna is super sharp and visionary. And so they're like the visionary and the integrator together, right? And they have just done some amazing things. But we got to update these numbers. We're over a $500 million now in revenue over the last 8 years. Close to 1 million customers now, over 300,000 affiliates. And we're literally just getting started. I mean, we've got we have digital products in 200 countries, and we have physical products shipped to 58 different countries around the world, earning multiple awards and all of that. And so that's really important when you think about a company that is very innovative. Okay, not a lot of people have heard about My Daily Choice. That's why you're here. I didn't know about My Daily Choice a year ago. Okay, I didn't even know what the name was. Okay, and so you want to get it on something that's early, okay, but not a startup. You follow what I'm saying? Okay, so now let's talk about the right products. Well, here's the thing. Products have life cycles, okay? They go up, they go down. They're seasonal, different things like that. But what Josh and Jen is starting the House of Brands, it's not a branded house. A branded house is like, Target or Walmart or whatever, Herbalife or Mary Kay or Amway or something like that. But this is a house of brands. Okay, did you know that 2 billion, if you like to drink coffee, guess what? 2 billion cups of coffee are served every single day. If you like to travel, there's 1 billion in travel spent every single day all across the world. There's so many different verticals here that you can earn money on from a business perspective. And if you're strictly into cosmetics or you're strictly in the weight loss, you can just go down that vertical. But the cool thing here is that we've got access to all of this. And so what I want to do real quick is just show you a quick video and to show you the power of how all this works. And so what is the future of shopping, right? And so we're all going online, but how can we help you get paid from it? So you got weight loss products, unique products in the marketplace with travel and cosmetics. weight loss, gut health, all of that. 60-day money-back guarantee. While you're on subscription, you can earn products when you stay on subscription. Obviously saving money as well. And we're all going to shop online anyway. We might as well get premium brands at great prices and get paid from it as well. A percentage goes back to support multiple charities around the world. Obviously, we've got some great support there. HempWorks is one of our brands, over $100 million in revenue. Plant-based nutrition, sprays, essential oils. Saving money on gas. You learn how to trade, making your money on its money's money. And we've got other products and brands coming in. One of our newest brands that just came on, Oh Snap, is just blowing up on the scene. Your customers can shop right there and you can earn money right there. Pretty simple. So that's how powerful we have it. Guys, here's the thing. We started with one brand. It expanded to 11 brands. And now with our marketplace, we've got e-commerce brands, some MLM brands coming into the fold and forming alliances with us. And what's cool is that we've got 1 million customers. We've got 300,000 affiliates around the world. And what's cool is that we're able not only to market the products we had, but also the brands that are coming on board. Like I just talked about Oh Snap, you're actually going to hear from one of the brand, the owner of Oh Snap here in just a second. But I'm telling you right here, check this out. 20.8% of retail will be done online. That's like a fifth of the world's economy there. Global e-commerce is expected to hit $6.3 trillion. Okay, how many of you want a piece of that? Okay, put it 777 in the chat if you want a piece of $6.3 trillion, right? We're partnering with popular brands. We're with existing e-commerce brands, but also known brands in the network marketing space. As a matter of fact, one of the brands, Instantly Ageless, has over 2 million people have bought that product prior to them coming over to our marketplace. The only place that people can get that product is in our marketplace. It's really, really exciting. So we're literally breaking the mold in what it is in network marketing. We're literally becoming the Amazon of network marketing and affiliate marketing here. All right, so let's talk about the compensation plan. You want to make sure that the time that you're going to put in, you're going to get out of it and get compensated for it. All right, so there's linear income, residual income, and leveraged income. John touched on that, right? And so most of us were born, we put in time, we make the money. When we work, we make the money. If we don't work, we don't make the money. Okay, but here we want to help you actually have a way to get extra time. Okay, so you can do whatever it is you want to do with your life. All right, so we have immediate income. You can earn up to 50% of the business volume that any product that's purchased on your website. Okay, you're making 50% of that. Okay, and that's it. If that's all you want to do and be an affiliate and be an e-commerce type person. Okay, that you can just do that. Now, if you want to build a team, you can start leveraging yourself. What's interesting is, when some people see things like this, they're kind of like, you know what, Jefferson, this seems pretty cool, but I don't know about bringing other people on board. Well, it's cool. You can just be the power of one. But what if you look at the numbers there, let's say you're working 1 hour a day, but you start to build a team, right? And they're each working 1 hour a day, and that goes to 3 and 9 and 27. Here's the thing. If you never ate or slept, okay, and you never saw your family, the most hours you can work in a week is like 167 hours a week or something like that. 127 or 167 hours in a week. That's it. Okay. So you're maxed out. You can't do anything else. And so here, literally the hours are unlimited for you as you start to tell people about this. And we've got these presentations and webinars and videos to help explain this for you. All right. And so then we've got our binary commissions that pay up to $2 million potentially, right? And also check match, which is really powerful as well. And then we also have the last piece, which I can't see because my camera's in the way. So let me move it real quick. Okay, we had other bonuses. We got rank bonuses, rank maintenance bonuses, and you actually be able to earn a share of the global bonus pool of the company every single month, which is huge. You get to participate in 2% of the company's revenue there, which is really, really exciting. And so let me just kind of give you an example of how this money comes together. All right. So let's say you decided to get one of our executive packages or maybe the Akashics package. Okay. And let's say you wanted to earn and achieve the first major rank in our company, which is 1K. Okay. First major rank is 1K affiliate. And so you'd have to get, 10 customers buying that product or getting an executive package. Okay, let's say 5 left, 5 right. And let's say that those people wanted to participate in the business side. Okay, so they do the same thing. All right, and those people do the same thing. You get the drift here as it starts to duplicate. No guarantees of income here. You get out of it what you put into it, but the income can get really exciting. Okay, and you got to get more customers if they're coming in with less volume, and that's totally cool because everybody has a different budget. But for those of you that are looking at this like a business, you're like, you know what? If I'm going to get a McDonald's, as an example, I'm going to spend $1 million on a McDonald's. I'm going to go ahead and buy the hamburgers, the chicken nuggets, the McFlurries, and all the other stuff. Because if somebody comes to my restaurant and I have no food there, it doesn't really make sense, right? So you kind of want to buy enough to try a lot of stuff, see what you want to reorder, what you want to sell, things like that. Okay, and so this is a 500 BV package. Okay, so check this out. Let's say you put 2 on the left, 2 on the right, you're now a 1K. It's less customers there, right? Less packages you have to sell. And as that starts to grow, they each get 4, okay? And they each get, and it starts to duplicate. You can see the kind of money gets really, really crazy really fast. Now, there's no guarantees of income. You get out of it what you put into it. But a lot of people, they say, well, what kind of money can I make here? Well, this is our income disclosure statement. You can see the ranks on the left and the income's right next to it. And so I want you to kind of locate, what is it you're making right now in your career? Okay. Are you the equivalent of a 25K or a 50K affiliate in your career? Like in your job? Okay. Now here's the other question I want to ask you is, what's your freedom number? Like what do you want to make per year or per month to where you can fire your boss? You can do whatever the heck that you want. You can go on a vacation every single month. You can drive whatever car you want to drive. You can help orphanages and build churches and give back. What is that number for you? I want you to locate that. Okay, is that 250K affiliate? Is that 500K affiliate? Is that super affiliate? Guess what? We have thousands of people across the world earning this kind of income. Okay, and the question is it going to be you? Right? There's people right now that are going to join us as an affiliate. They're going to find out whatever package they want to purchase and they're going to get to work. And then there's some of you that are looking at this and you're like, hey, it's not the right timing or I don't know. Right? But here's the thing. Opportunity isn't going to stop. It's going to move on to the next person. You know what I'm saying? And so so as I round this thing out, I'm going to hand it back over to John just to talk about timing here in a second, is the right support tools and systems. I talked about the right company, right? Company leadership, innovative, all of that. Talked about products, house of brands, right? Got lots of variety here. Talked about compensation. Now we're talking about the right support tools and systems. Now here's the thing, guys, we have cutting edge technology, landing pages, websites, funnels, all that is free. We don't charge you anything for that. You can use these marketing tools to help you market this business where you're posting on social media, posting on your stories, doing Facebook Live, Instagram Lives, whatever you're doing. We've got the tool suite for you. And we also have live stream technology. Literally, it's like QVC. You could be doing a presentation or leveraging one of our other leaders doing a presentation, and your customers can shop online while they're watching the presentation live right there. And that's an amazing technology. All that's credited back to you. So we've got all this product suite and technology suite just for you to help you make money. And so in part of the right support tools and systems is training. Okay. We're not interested in signing you up and then you not being successful. You didn't sign up to fail. You signed up to succeed. And so we want you to be successful. And so this is our next big event in the United States. We've got one in London coming up in September, but this is our next big event in the United States called Ascend. It's our international convention in Miami, Florida. I don't know about you, but I always want an excuse to go to So here's the thing, guys. Everything rises and falls on leadership. How you build a massive team and how you get things going in this business is you get people to events, and we've got the best events in the industry. And so wrapping this thing up, I'm going to hand it over. The best person to talk about timing is my buddy John Haremza, who you heard from a few minutes ago. He's going to talk about that real quick and hand it back. And I want you to hear from some people in just a few minutes. But John, I'm going to hand the mic back over to you, my friend, because you do a phenomenal job talking about why right now, why MDC right now, John.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you, Jefferson. Guys, I could not be more excited about what's going on here at MDC. As I looked at the presentation, I think about these house of brands, and I think about what's going on in the world and the need for extra income. I mean, obviously, people can benefit from the products that we have. We can improve the quality of people's lives. But from an opportunity standpoint, guys, if you don't have a side hustle, you are making a huge error, right? And the idea to be able to do something like this on a part-time basis without giving up the security of your full-time job. I mean, as you begin to learn and understand more about what MDC, the overall opportunity that you have to have this massive suite of products to market all over the world from the comfort of your home. And I mean, it's really unbelievable, right? I mean, it's changed my life. It's changed so many people's lives, but I want to talk to you a little bit about timing because, if you look at anyone who has ever made a lot of money in their life, timing had something to do with it, right? I mean, obviously there's timing, what's going on in the world right now, that timing, people need opportunity. I think when you look at our aging population, all the different things that are going on, I mean, the timing for the products that we offer are incredible, right? But there's also timing in a company, right? That's very, very important. And honestly, I've kind of changed my belief a little bit here because I used to believe the best place to be from a timing standpoint is kind of in that lower left-hand corner at the point of genesis when a company first gets started. And yes, it can be good if it happens to make it, but the odds are stacked majorly against you. Guys, these are facts, right? 95% of companies don't even make it through their first year, right? And this is where a lot of the negatives actually come, around our industry, is when people join these startup companies and they just simply don't make it. And, of the 5% that do make it, only a handful of them actually make it long term. Right. And so when you really think about it, it's probably about a 1% chance. Think about anything in your life, right? If you were saying, hey, you got a 1% chance here of this making it, I mean, would you do that? Right. What I believe now is where we are today in MDC could not be better. But I want to share with you, because I've written books, I've studied this. There's various tipping points that trigger different levels of growth. Let me help you understand this because it's very, very important and very, very powerful. See, when a company does about $100 million, right, in sales, you could say, yes, they've made it. They've kind of crossed that threshold of risk, right? There's enough people using the products, there's some testimonial, there's some evidence, there's some people making money. And what happens is it triggers something called momentum, right? And then what happens is when a company hits around $200 million in annual sales, now there's so many people involved. There's so much evidence. There's so much money being made that it triggers something called critical mass. Let me share a story with you. I mean, imagine, way back, when microwaves first came out and people got them and they're like, there's no way. I mean, those people are crazy. There's no way I would ever get one of those. And then your neighbor gets one and you're like, I can't believe you did that, right? And then the next, neighbor across the street gets one and, maybe I should check it out. And then the other neighbor gets one and you're like, okay, I guess I need one of these, right? That's what happens in critical mass. The masses begin to pour in. And if the company does their job, if they have the infrastructure in place, they're innovative, they can grow and go on to $1 billion. And yes, there has been a handful of companies out there that have been able to do this, but there's also been companies that have hit some numbers, some big numbers that are no longer here. And so why is that? And that's why I have so much excitement and faith around MDC, because so many companies, 34 years, guys, I've been in this industry. I've seen a lot of companies come and go. I know what it takes. As Jefferson went through those 5 critical elements, I've never seen a company where those elements are so firmly in place. I mean, companies fail because of infrastructure, because of poor customer service. I mean, if you don't take care of your people, they're going to find some other company that will. The technology here, there isn't even a close second. Jefferson mentioned it. Josh and Jenna actually own a technology company. No one compares to us in the area of technology. With the marketplace, we have something for everyone. The funnel of participation. I mean, I think about, I've made my fortune in this industry in supplements. And if all this was travel or trading, I wouldn't have had an interest. I mean, I look at Jefferson. I mean, he made his fortune in travel, right? And if all it was supplements or trading, he probably wouldn't have had an interest. I look at my nephew, he made his fortune in trading. If it would have been just supplements or travel, he wouldn't have an interest. I mean, here you have 3 people having crazy success from different industries, all coming together, seamlessly working together because of the technology and the infrastructure and the way this company is put together. So, where are we? I mean, right here in the United States, we're right in that sweet spot, right? I mean, we are about ready to explode. The word is spreading. Now, if you're in Europe, we're more just getting started. In Asia, literally just getting started. And you might, I live here in the United States. It doesn't matter, guys. If you build a business here in the United States, I promise you, maybe because you don't know anybody, but you're going to know people that know people all around the world at this early stage of the game where we are from a timing standpoint. If you get focused, you get excited, you stay consistent, you're going to wake up one day and you're going to have people all over the world that you're able to earn income from the comfort of your home. Right. Guys, I mean, I am so excited about what we have and where we're going. And, if you're at a point in your life where maybe, you're frustrated with your job, maybe you're buried in debt, maybe you haven't even saved for retirement yet. Right. And you're wondering, what am I going to do? Right. This is the answer, right? I mean, most people live in kind of a someday world. Guys, it is not someday. It is today. Everything kind of coming together from a timing standpoint. So listen, I could go on and on. As you see, I get excited about this stuff, but I'm going to turn it back over to Jefferson. I mean, documentation beats conversation. So Jefferson, back to you.
Yeah, thanks, John. Awesome, man. I get excited every time, even more excited every time you talk about that. And guys, listen, these stories you're about to hear, we're gonna run through these stories as we wrap up, as we bring this thing down for a landing. I want to bring up my buddy Mike. He's over there in Florida. Mike Remembersham. Mike's got an amazing story, guys, and you just need to hear it. Give him some love in the chat. But Mike, come on up to the mic here, buddy, and share with us what's going on, man.
Hey, what's going on? So first off, I just want to say I appreciate you guys for running this Zoom and getting out here and helping us and leading us. And for all of you guys who are on here and just seeing the information, first off, like I remember seeing this back in January when I joined, and this just made me want to join all over again. But, just to be honest, before I joined this, going into the new year, I was not in a good place. Last year, I lost my mom. The year before that, I lost my brother. And I was just not in a good place. I was a little bit depressed. I was overweight, not really doing too good. And getting around this type of information, getting plugged in with the leadership, the community, the culture, it started to get me to believe in myself again. It started to help me get, passionate again about something and really start to see my future a lot better than where I was. And because of the products, I started to use the products. It gave me a reason to go out and work out again, a reason to start exercising again, a reason to start connecting with people again. And things have been going great. Like I said, I've been here since January. And it's been great. I've been able to lose 30 pounds, been able to, shed a lot of weight, mentally and spiritually. And I'm excited because, I wanted to share my before and after picture. I don't know if I could share that, Jefferson, but, if not, it's all good. There we go. All right, cool. So, just you guys can understand, already have lost 30 pounds, already super excited. I'm just a few months in, where I'm going because of this is going to be absolutely insane because it just gave me so much more energy, so much more excitement to realize what it's done for me, helping me lose weight, helping me find purpose, help me get connected with other people that want to mentor, help me and teach me and guide me. You know, I just want to go share this with as many people as I can. And on the road to $1 billion that this company is going to do, I'm just grateful to be a part of it. So with all that, Jefferson, I appreciate you. I'll pass it back to you, and I'm gonna continue to take some notes, man. Let's get it.
Awesome, Mike. Yeah, I love hearing your story, man. That's so awesome what this has done, and this is what it's all about, guys. This is a culture of people that are helping each other, right? So it's all for the positive. So let's bounce over to Jen Hoyle. Jen, you and your husband are rocking and rolling. We'd love to hear your story with everyone. If you could share with us what's going on for you, and I'm gonna pass the mic back over to you. What's up, Jen?
Hey, Jefferson. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, everybody, tonight. I'm Jen Hoyle. I live in Florida with my wonderful husband and my 9 children. And I got involved with My Daily Choice right when the world was shutting down. Right when the world was shutting down, I actually had been pretty ill for about 4 months. I was diagnosed with spinal stenosis. I was on every narcotic you can think of. I was on steroid injections. I was on muscle relaxers, Oxycontin. They gave me ketamine in the hospital. And I was in rough shape, much like Mike. I was depressed. And then the world shut down, and I'm very much an extrovert. And I reached out to my good friend, Dr. Dana McGrady, a leader here with My Daily Choice. And she told me to try the CBD. And so I was like, okay, if it'll help my depression and uplift me, I'll do it. Well, what I didn't expect to happen was within 3 days of taking my CBD, my spine pain went away. It was gone. It has been gone for over 3 years. And I got my life back. I was able to be the mom that I always wanted to be for my 9 children. I was able to cancel my spinal surgery with an orthopedic surgeon. And it gave me my life back. This company gave me my life back. And I've lost, like Mike too, with these products, I'm down 50 pounds. I hit that by my 50th birthday. And with this, I know, right? With My Daily Choice, I've also been able to retire my husband, and he's home full time with me working this amazing business. And all these superstars on here, I just love them all. This company will not only change your life, your spouse's life, your children's life, but these are your children's children. It's going to change their lives. And I could not tell you you're in a better place with all of these people, with our amazing owners and these products. So welcome to you all. And I will hand it back to Jefferson, but I'm just so grateful to be here.
Awesome, Jen. Thank you so much. That is inspiring. I tell you what, this is my favorite part of this event on Thursday nights. I mean, it's amazing. Thank you, Jen, for sharing that. That's crazy. So let's go bounce over to Phoenix, Arizona, to Mr. John Malott. I know you and your wife are the owners and founders of OSNAP, one of our marketplace brands. We did an amazing alliance just a few weeks ago, and it's exploding. But John, you've been an entrepreneur now for a while. So share with us, why are you here at MDC, and why are you excited about what's happening here, buddy?
Yeah, you know, it's pretty simple. I started my working career off as a janitor. I was working for General Electric. I'm scrubbing another man's toilets. I'm working paycheck to paycheck, just working hard to keep up with the big mouth promises that I made to family, friends, and bill collectors. And I was just getting nowhere very, very fast. And I got introduced to this profession. I didn't really understand it. But because of my colorful background, there weren't a lot of doors being open at the time. And I'll tell you what the profession did for me. The profession, summed up in one word, the profession gave me freedom. It gave me the ability to take my kids to Chuck E. Cheese on a Tuesday afternoon. Man, Chuck E. Cheese is a different place. It smells different on a Tuesday afternoon. There's nobody there to look at me crazy when I'm climbing through the tubes with my kids. It gave me the ability to sleep until I was done sleeping, or at least until my baby Cody jumps on the bed and says, "Daddy, it's time for some organic oatmeal and playtime." I got a chance to build my business around my family instead of the other way it was when I was growing up. My brother and I lost my sister to a heroin overdose when she was 21. But when we were coming up, our parents kind of threw us in when they could, because they lived in a world of, I have to go to this place every single day. I have to do this for 30, 40 years. The final thing I'm going to tell you is that because of 29 years in this profession and tens of millions of dollars that came not because I was special, but because there were special systems and things that allowed me to just plug into and point and get out of the way. 2 years ago, my wife and I now, as my incredible wife, we launched a company called Oh Snap Active Lifestyle because we have a passion for health and wellness. And now into my 50s, I want to be around when my grandbabies are getting married. I want to be around, and health is wealth more than anything. So we launched that company 2 years ago. It is our love. It's our passion. We live, eat, and breathe this thing. And we were driving the network marketing e-commerce model. So we were doing e-commerce. But when I saw the MDC model, I realized we could become e-commerce. There's a big difference between someone putting a product on the marketplace on Amazon, Jeff Bezos still getting paid. Someone else puts a product. I said, I want to be e-commerce. And that's when I saw that what Josh and Jenna had created. And then when Jefferson and a lot of my friends showed up that were already massive hitters, I said, look, this is a home run. I'm in, and we're excited. I see this thing going to the next level, and I'm excited to connect our brand with this brand, and all of our brands, including our personal brands, get elevated. Thank you, guys.
That's awesome, John. I mean, dude, you've earned multiple eight figures in this industry, and so you gotta take this as a clue that you've got all kinds of people joining this, and it doesn't matter if you haven't made any money before as an entrepreneur or you've made millions. Everybody is descending down on MDC. It's amazing. And so what I want to do as we wrap this thing up is bring on one more gentleman who's earned over $50 million in this industry, and he's going to share why he's here at MDC and why his flag is planted at MDC. And so I'm going to hand the mic over to Mr. Robert Hollis. What's up, brother?
What's up? My income's up. So Jefferson, I guess you can hear me okay. And I'm telling you what, I'm listening to all of these people, and every one of these people have one thing in common, is we had a vision to help as many people as we possibly could. And we bit into this concept that, wow, someone said that I didn't know that John was dyslexic too. So I've been in this industry for 36 years now. And when I went to school, I was told that I was special. I didn't know that I was going to be in a special classroom and get to ride the special short bus. But I just could not read. I couldn't spell. So everyone just said, I was the kid that everyone said, well, he's not the sharpest tool in the shed. You know what I mean? So he can be one of those blue collar workers. And what I think is so funny is when you hear, John a lot, being a janitor, John Renzo being a welder, me being a mechanic. Maybe this business model is too simple for smart people. So if you're not that sharp, this should be perfect for you. And so all I can remember, Jefferson, and man, you did such a great job, Chris Robinson, us blue collar people. And it's like, all I could remember is I got involved in this industry. And this guy told me, he said, hey, listen, Robert, he said, what would you do with this kind of money? And at that time, he made 62 grand. I seen his check. And that is not a typical check. I understand that. But he was just a few years older than me. And he goes, Robert, I got 30,000 people responsible for my income. How many people do you have responsible for your income? And I'm going, I'm on workman's comp. I got the government responsible for my income. And he was going, hey, listen, if you can get excited about changing people's lives with enthusiasm and thesos, God within, get people in front of the people that know what the hell they're doing. Can you do that? And I said, yes, sir, I can. And he challenged me. He said, Robert, I bet you can't get 70 people in front of a video in your first 30 days. And I said, you're on. And that's all I did. So when I met Josh, I've been in 19 companies. For those of you that believe that, well, I've tried this before and it didn't work. Well, I had 2 girlfriends in high school and they didn't want anything to do with me, but thank God I kept trying. And I found a new one, and she'd been with me for 40 years. We've been married for 40 years. So, stop thinking about what didn't work. Think of the reasons why you should do this. And what I love most is when I met Josh, at that time, I met him. He's younger. He was 26 years old. And I said, I've been in this industry longer than you've been alive. And if you know Josh Schwegel, he looked at me, he said, would you make that kind of comment to Mark Zuckerberg? Would you make that kind of comment to Elon Musk? And I said, no, I wouldn't. And he says, Robert, I put together a system that will blow you away. If you use the system, it will duplicate. And a lot of people just don't know how to duplicate. So when I got involved in this company, I just used the system. I used everything that Josh put together and went from 0 to super affiliate in record time. And now I have that 19, 20,000 active people that make income all over the world. And so I want to tell everybody, listen, if you think you can't do this, you're freaking wrong. You're wrong. If someone gave you some preconceived thoughts of what this is, you're losing out. If not you, then who? If not now, then when? And so what I love most about this is I want to give you a quick story. I want you to imagine yourself in a dream car in a parking lot, your dream car. And all of a sudden, when you're getting out of your car with your family and you see this red car pull up just right next to you. And I get out and I go, hey, how you doing? And you go, what is that? And I said, well, it's a new Tesla Plaid. You know what I mean? It goes 0 to 60 in two seconds. It's an amazing car. And I'm not trying to tell you that what you're currently doing is not okay, not bad. It might be great for you, but I'm just going to look at you and say, do me a huge favor. Please take a test drive. Here's my fob. The door will open up for you, and just get in this car and step on the gas and then tell me that new technology is not better than old. I'm a mechanic. I have a 69 Z28 Camaro, 400 horsepower. The Tesla Plaid will kick its ass. So Josh Wago, 31, understands technology. Now he's got me using a GoalBot, and I'm addicted to it. Every time I look at it, there's more money, more money, more money, more money. So right now I'm logging in my back office. I see more money. I'm going to Nigeria because I got a group there that's growing. You just got to believe. Reach out to the person that's gave you the affiliate link, create an account and check it out. Get the app, look at the training. And I'm just so excited to be here with all these winners. In this presentation, I feel like I'm a small part of an incredible dream team. The reason I got in this business was not only for Josh Wagle, but Chris Robinson. I mean, these guys laid the track for us for almost 9 years. There's nothing on trial here. Nothing on trial here. So now when I see John and Jefferson and some of the incredible people that are looking at this now, they're saying, listen, we got it. It's going to the moon and you need to go with us. God bless you. Can do this.
Thanks, Robert. That's amazing, guys. Listen, we presented the information. Really, now it's up to you to do what you're going to do with it. And so you're probably one of 3 mindsets. You're either an A, B, or a C. If you're an A, you just can't wait for me to shut up so you can sign up. All right, so get back with the person that got you on here. Let them know what package you want to get. Let them help you break it down. See what you're really into, okay? Number 2, if you're a B, that means you like it. You just got to figure out what you want to do, what package you want or how fast you want to go. And if you're a C, you're like, thanks, but no thanks. Not for me. I'll just be a customer. I'll shop on your site. No problem. We just don't want you to get weird. Right? You know, I'll think about it and the maybes are just kind of weird. Just text them real quick. Say, hey, I'm an A, I'm an A minus, I'm an A plus, I'm a B plus, I'm a B minus, whatever. All right. And so what if all this did was make you an extra $1,000 a month, you know, and covered some bills for you? You know, what if all this did is get you an extra vacation or the vacation of the year for you? Or what if all this did is, heck, what if it retired your spouse? What if it retired you? Right? You never know until you try. You know, some people, like has been said tonight, what if it doesn't work? But also, what if it does work for you? All right. So we have the system in place. We've got webinars every single Thursday right here, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time you can plug into. We've got other Zooms that we do. We are going to help you build this business. You're not in business. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. All right. So with that said, we appreciate each and every one of you. Get back with the person that got you on here and let them know if you're an A, B, or a C. And as we sign up here, I'm going to play a video and you guys can light up the chats and we'll see you guys at the top.
How many of us have always talked?
Jenna up to talk to you guys a little bit about our new marketplace, which is a really hot concept that is really shaking things up in the network marketing industry.
With MDC, I have a mall instead of just one store.
So many options. there's something for everybody.
In 2023, we decided to make a radical change. We decided to launch a marketplace.
What is so great about the marketplace is now we have the opportunity to bring on brands and launch them in a very short amount of time.
Right now, there are 9 brands closed. Think about this. It took us 8 years to launch 10 brands. We have 9 closed.
So many people that we talk to, every one of them kind of has that same just excitement that you see with it because it is new, it is revolutionary within this space. It hasn't been seen before.
You gotta have a broad product offering because I get bored easily, you know? Like, I don't wanna sell just one thing the rest of my life. Like, I wanna be, when I'm in the company, I wanna stay there. I'm gonna prepare you guys for marketplace because it's something that's never been done. Let's face it, during the pandemic, everybody got used to ordering things online, right?
How powerful is it that we're able to house brands in that offer you the ability to make money off of those brands?
One thing that makes the marketplace so exciting, when you talk to your affiliates and your customers and you have these conversations to find out what they're looking for, you have these additional arrows in your quiver that you can offer.
If you look at the history of MLM, there's been so many different brands, companies that want to change it. They want to, change the game. They want to revolutionize it. They want to launch something different. Is it direct sales? Is it multi-level marketing? Is it e-commerce? But that's the thing that's so unique about the marketplace is it really is something different. It really is something that's new.
You can choose from products in technology and travel and hair care, body care, supplements, whatever it might be. We are going to have a wide range of products.
This marketplace is going to change network marketing.
Jump in, give this a try, because with the community, with the love, with the products, and with the give back, and with an opportunity to change your destiny, what do you got for this?
I just love this Wiggles. I'm so excited to be a part of this.
Me too. Thanks.
Some people are saying now network marketing is dying. They're saying that word of mouth is no more. But I'm here to tell you guys, it's just getting started. I feel like what we're creating is a win-win-win in this industry. It's something that's never been done before. Network marketing is not going anywhere. 8 out of 10 major brands right now have a referral program, and we are absolutely in the right place at the right time.
Recording stopped.